I think one of the biggest issues we deal with as humans in our self-improvement journey is dealing with procrastination. Maybe you're just zooming through life right now. Maybe you're just doing bare minimum and you don't know how to work harder. You know you have way more potential in you, but you don't know how to unlock that new level of hard work. It is summer right now, and most of you guys are on summer break. Most of you guys are out of school. If you're in high school, if you're in college, it is summer break right now. And maybe you're slacking, you think you can take some time off. Maybe you think you don't have to work as hard until the break ends. But in this video, I put together 5 ways to work significantly harder starting today based on my years of experience with procrastination and being able to get over it. Number 1 is to detach yourself from the results. The reason why I say this, I know we all have a goal in mind, a goal for this year that we want to achieve, but you need to understand that if you put in the work and you don't get the results that you want, you might go into a state of psychological paralysis. And what do I mean by this? When you don't get the results that you want from putting in the work you were supposed to put in, you stay stagnant. You start thinking, maybe the hard work I'm putting in doesn't matter anyway. Maybe I can start putting in bare minimum and get the same results. Maybe I can start putting in bare minimum and it wouldn't matter anyway because I didn't get the results that I wanted. Maybe you start thinking that none of your hard work even matters. You start putting in less effort into your work, and you do that for maybe one day, one time only. But then that one time becomes 2 times, 3 times, and it goes on for a week, and then you develop this habit of only putting in the bare minimum. Now, how do you solve this? Let me give you an analogy. When I first went back to my YouTube channel and I started posting consistently again, I was getting maybe at most 100 views on my videos. I would spend a lot of time editing my videos, a lot of time planning out my videos, writing scripts down, and I would get at most 100 views on my videos. Of course, when this happened, I stopped posting for a while. As you can see on my channel, I started taking long breaks, as long as 6 months and even more sometimes. However, I had a shift in my mindset. What if I remained focused on bettering my videos but not expecting any views? What if I put in 100% into my videos alone, 100% into my schedule of posting videos, but I don't care if it gets 5 views, 10 views, 100 views, 20,000 views, I don't care. The same kind of videos improving every single time. After this mindset shift, you can see the significant difference in my views in my channel. Now, it might not be a lot for you guys right now, but it is way more than what it once was for my YouTube channel because I had that mindset shift of detaching myself from the results of the videos. If it's 100 views, I don't care. Still gonna put in the work and make it better every single time. You may expect for things to be a certain way or to gain a certain thing once your task is accomplished. However, this can hinder you from enjoying the process itself, which leads me to number 2. Number 2, understand that it is the journey itself, not the prize. And let me use another analogy for this one. A couple of months ago when I was biking to the gym every 4 a.m. and biking to work, it was my dream to get a car. Not just any car, it was my dream to get a 4-wheel drive so I would be able to go up to the mountains, snowboard, be able to get a road trip car so I can go on road trips, enjoy nature and whatnot. Now, I put an elaborate plan on how to get this car with the current income I was receiving, of course minus my expenses, and it was a month-to-month plan. I believe it was anywhere from 6 to 8 months that it would take me to buy this car. From the 6 to 8 months that I expected to be able to buy this car, it took me 2 months from that time that I thought it would take me 6 to 8 months. It took me 2 months to buy my dream car back then. And of course, it felt unreal for about a month. It felt unreal for just 1 month. And then I realized it was not the car itself. It wasn't about the car at all. It was about the amount of work I had to put in to get that car. And because it only took me 2 months from setting that goal to get that car, the joy that I got from that car only lasted me about a month. Now, don't get me wrong, I am super grateful for my car, but what I'm saying is, once you get that thing that you've been working so hard for, that you place your happiness in, you realize it was never the thing that you thought you would be happy for. It was the process itself. It was the hard work that you had to put in every day. And I'm sure you already know this because your favorite millionaires, your favorite YouTubers who are multi-millionaires, who buy a Ferrari, they said it themselves where the Ferrari only lasted them happiness for a week and they returned it. Some people return it. It was never the prize. It's always the journey. And I need you to understand this. Now, this doesn't mean that you should work less. This doesn't mean that you should set different goals. I don't want you to have high expectations for happiness that won't come on materialistic things. Now, of course, when it comes to goals like achieving something impossible, achieving something nobody thought you would, aside from materialistic things, that joy does last. That joy is something you can look back on and say, hey, I really did this. So it's not every single prize, but it's mainly materialistic things where you have to detach yourself and realize that you won't be happy from gaining that materialistic thing. Now, of course, it's super easy for me to say. It's like the rich saying that money won't bring you happiness, but you will see, you will realize, you will know what I'm talking about when you go through the same thing. Now, before we get to number 3, I have a little message for you guys. Of course, you guys know I've been documenting my journey since I was 17, and this year, I've dedicated myself to posting more videos more frequently. I've actually dropped out of my master's degree just to pursue YouTube. Now, I don't know if you know the lore, but if you go back to my couple old videos, you'll understand why. Now, from here, let's see how much more my videos can improve on this journey. Every single time I post a video, I learn more about making better videos. And I ask that you subscribe so I can continue on this journey and continue doing what I love doing. One of my biggest goals actually for 2024 is to hit 20,000 subscribers. And I believe with the consistency that I put in, with the hard work I'm putting in, making every single video that I post better, I believe we'll be able to achieve it by the end of this year. Now let's get back into number 3. Number 3, have a goal that is impossible to achieve. Now going back to my segment where I said one of my biggest goals is to hit 20,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Now looking at my channel right now, you might think that's impossible, but that's the fun in it. Now, this is a goal that I'm gonna lock into. This is a goal that I'm gonna put my all into. What's the worst that could happen by achieving this goal? Now, this is the time to take risks. If you're in your early teenager years, if you're in your 20s, this is when you should be taking the most risks. This is when you should be setting goals for yourself that you might think it's impossible to achieve, but you learn so much about the goal on the journey itself. Initially, I did think it was impossible to hit 20,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. But as I learned more about YouTube, more about making videos, more about editing, I realized that if I keep working toward it, if I keep learning about it, the impossible goal is actually quite attainable. And this can be implemented in any area of your life. Maybe you want to get that summer body physique and you think it's quite impossible in a few months. If so, I just made a video on that, how to get a summer body in less than a few months. The link will be below. Okay, an actionable step I want you to take right now is to write an impossible goal down for the end of this year that you want to achieve by the end of 2024. And I want you to work every single day toward that goal. It might seem impossible, but trust me, if you actually put in the work and you lock in, you will be able to achieve that goal by the end of this year. So write it the fuck down. Let's get toward that goal. Number 4, don't tell anyone about your goals. Now, this is a tricky one because if you're in a group where you talk about your goals, where they keep you accountable to your goals, how can you go about not telling anyone about your goals, right? Now, the reason why this is in this list, and I'm sure you know this because you probably heard it before, you actually get a source of dopamine when you tell people about your goals, as similar or even identical as if you actually achieve that goal. So you telling people about your goals, hey, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this year, this is what I'm gonna do. You telling that to me makes your mind think, oh, I already achieved that goal, especially if I give you praise about it. Especially if I say, wow, that's amazing, you're gonna achieve that, I can't wait for you to achieve that goal. Now you already got the praise from me, you already got the praise from other people. Now you're gonna think in your mind, hey, I don't need to achieve this goal anymore. I've already received that dopamine from this guy, from this guy, maybe you're telling a whole group gets all sorts of dopamine right there. Now, even worse, maybe you tell people about your goals and they say, hey, you can't do that. I don't think you can achieve that this year. Nah, I don't see you doing that, bro. Maybe they're big haters. Now, this might stop you from trying to achieve that goal because they already put in your head that you're not going to be able to do that. Now, with that being said, that is why the safest way is to not tell anyone about your goals and shock them with the results. As Iman Ghazi said, put your head down and work for months or even years. You should be able to shock them with your results. Don't let yourself do the talking, let the results do the talking. One thing that I do now, in contrast to this, is I've stopped posting on my story whenever I go to the gym. A lot of people I know, they post on their story every single time they're at the gym. Every single time they hit a good pump, they go to the mirror and take a picture and post it on their story. I've stopped doing this because you let people know what you're up to. You let people know what you're working on, and you might just get a source of instant gratification from posting your physique on your story. Now, me personally, when I post my physique online, I do it after a couple of months when I want to show immense progress, as opposed to someone who might be posting it on their story every single day. Now, if you're a fitness influencer, it might be different. We might let that slide, but hey, otherwise, stop posting yourself on your story every single day. You're not gonna see much progress day after day. Now, speaking of progress, here's another actionable step that I want you to do. Coming to number 5, I want you to keep a journal or start journaling about your progress. Not only take progress pictures, not only record yourself, document your progress, but also keep a journal. Keep a mental journal of how you're doing mentally, where you are in your life, and what your plans are to get to that next step in life. This is a massive thing that has helped me. When I was in a rut financially, I would write down every single thing I spent money on, and as I made more money, I could see the progress on how I used to spend very little money on basic necessities and how I was able to get from that and buying things off my wish list, buying expensive things that I've always wanted. Now, besides a financial journal, I actually made a journal 2 years ago, maybe like 5 pages. I didn't write that much, but every single time I look at it, I sometimes get emotional because I don't realize how much my life has changed since then. And that is all thanks to the hard work I've put in. It's really nice to look back on how things used to be, how things were, and being able to appreciate where you are now. I also highly appreciate my younger self starting this YouTube channel, posting on this YouTube channel. If you look at my old videos, as I say a lot, I wasn't even able to talk into the camera. I wasn't making eye contact with the camera. I was looking down, I didn't even know how to speak, and those were some shitty videos. But now I can look back, appreciate my progress on YouTube, and see how far I've come, not just in my own life, but on YouTube as well. Now, that is my tier list on 5 ways you can work significantly harder. I hope you're able to apply this to your own life. I hope that it helps. Hope you can get started today or even tomorrow. And remember, as I say always, hard work makes the dream work. Start working hard and you'll see some results. I'll catch you guys later.